It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, welcome in. It's time for another great episode of What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV, and we have got a great show lined up for you today. KB here. Happy to be bringing you some great programming, including a conversation with my friend, Mr. Chris Schneider, who does so much for Lake TV and is involved in a lot of the other local programming you see. We'll give you a rundown on some of that local program. We'll also take some time to head out to the rifle range with Iron Eagle Tactical's Tom Abbott as we continue on with our Responsible Gun Ownership series. We're going to take you back in time to a feature we did in June of last year with Trooper Brian Geyer from the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Water Patrol Division. We went on a ride-along. We had a blast. And finally, we'll wrap it up with a trip out to the Ozarks Cat and Canine Animal Shelter to meet Handsome. He's a big old boy, and he would just like a nice home. I want to thank all of our great sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors. We thank the folks at Ozark Barge and Dock, Budget Blinds, our veterinary at the lake, and Bryant Auction. Stick around, folks. It's going to be a great show right here, right now on Lake TV.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Join Lake TV for a cup of coffee with Will and Chris, the Lake area's only local TV talk show focused on the Lake area. Local stories, local sports, and local events. Have a cup of coffee with Will and Chris weekdays at 8, 1, and 8 on Lake TV.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
A move to your dream home should be exciting, not a hassle. That's why you go with the experts at Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, welcome back into What's Burning here on Lake TV. Having some fun and getting into the new year, which always means a lot of programming that we provide here on Lake TV for folks, wherever you're watching us, wherever you're checking us out. We want you to know that we offer a number of great local shows. We like focusing right here on the Lake of the Ozarks. We like talking about lake events, lake people, what's moving, what's shaking. And I've got my buddy Chris Schneider here. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much. Just a little tip of the hat to you for providing sports for Key Radio like you do.
Yeah, my pleasure. That's fun.
Every Monday through Friday on the Daily Show, which airs actually 3 times a day, 8 until 10, 4 until 6, midnight until 2. We get caught up in the world of sports thanks to our sportscaster extraordinaire, Mr. Chris Schneider. He does a fantastic job, and we really appreciate the opportunity. And we encourage folks, if I can get the cheap, cheesy plug in at this point, got a bumper sticker over there, and you can have one of those too. But Key Radio is a brand new community-based radio station here at the Lake of the Ozarks. And what we're doing is something a little different than your average everyday radio station, but we do have a lot of local content providers, people you've seen here on Lake TV, including Professor Jim Paisley, Ike Skelton, Matt Burns, Stacy Shore, just a lot of different folks, Becky Jennings, Bradley Berg, and the list goes on and on. If you would like to be a local content provider, give me a yell at kb@mylaketv.com, and I can tell you how to do that. And it makes no difference if you are into politics, if you're into heck, I don't care, sewing, car repair, whatever. It's important, and we'd like to talk to you about possibly putting your podcast, your thoughts and ideas on Key Radio. 89.3 keyradio.live. We've got free apps for Android and iPhones. If you'd like to check it out, simply go to the Google Store or the App Store, type in Key Radio, Keyk, and you get the free app, the free download, and you're off and running. So, hey, thanks for that. We wanted to talk about some of the shows, and I know, Chris, you're involved in a lot of this programming. You and Will, of course, put on a great local program. It's called Cup of Coffee, 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 8 p.m. What's been going on with the show?
Yeah, we shoot that over at Slumberland Furniture every week, and that show is like almost completely based on the lake, right? We do lake stories, lake news. And it's just over a year old, and it was a good year to start. I mean, it started out with that crazy real estate lady who had hired, allegedly, somebody to kill her mother-in-law or something. And then the year just went on, right?
Yeah.
From the mayor race over in Lake Ozark to all the crazy stuff that happened last year. And then moving into this year, and of course it doesn't slow down any. So that's a lot of fun. You can see that every day, like you said, at 8, 1, and 8. And for the most part, it's just all about the lake, what's going on in the lake area.
I like the fact that you said that crazy lady. You started with that crazy lady because it's always got to start somewhere. And, you know, if you're somebody who follows some of these entertainment networks and things like that talk about what all the movie stars and TV stars and musicians and everybody's out there doing, and that's what you like to use as the basis for your shock entertainment, I think Cup of Coffee is probably far and above because it's the local stuff.
Yeah.
They talk about politics on the national level and on the state level. Local politics is some of the best stuff to get sink your teeth into, and also, what's going on around the lake.
Yeah, absolutely. And now is a very interesting time because we've got all those April elections coming up, and I think we've got a bunch of forums with
Yes.
the candidates coming up here on
Right.
Lake TV, and there will be, I think it's 3 different nights. One night it'll be based on like Osage Beach and Lake Ozark alderman races and those different races. Then Camdenton School Board and alderman and stuff like that. And then I think in July it'll be the county commissioners, and our friend Luke Hagedorn is going to, I think, host that and be asking the questions and giving local folks, hopefully some insight into the candidates and who they want to vote for.
Well, you've got candidate forums coming in March. You've got candidate forums coming in July. And I think the Camden County Presiding Commissioner's race is going to be very interesting this year. You've got about 4 folks, including the incumbent, Greg Hasty, who will be vying for an opportunity to retain his position with folks here in the county. But it's smart for you to check out the forums, get all the information. And also, folks, do your own research. Don't always believe everything that's put out there right in front of you. Take the time to do your research, because I know there's a lot of folks around here who do. And you can add to that and really make a conscious decision about who you want to vote for any of these positions. Presiding Commissioner, School Board, the mayoral race in Osage Beach.
Yeah.
It's going to be big.
You know, when it's, I think we learned in 2020, it really became apparent how important it is to be involved, man. You know, I mean, to really understand what's going on, get out and vote, and because this country is in deep trouble right now.
Yes, we are.
And the people are the only thing that are going to be able to turn it around. We have to get involved, and it's probably got to start at a local level all across the country.
It definitely is the place for things to start at the local level. I mean, that's where you really get your hands dirty in terms of being involved with elections and various goings on. But do yourself a favor and get out there and do your research. Cup of coffee again with William Holtz and Chris Schneider to my left, 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 8 p.m. right here on Lake TV. You got the Coaches Show, which has been it's been a lot of fun doing that, getting the insight from the local high school football and basketball coaches. Now we're in the basketball season, and there's some incredible basketball going on here locally.
Yeah, there really is some great coaches. And this year on Lake TV's High School Basketball Coaches Show, we have had 8 different local coaches come on Lake TV on the Coaches Show from the local area, from Tipton, California, Warsaw, Lebanon, all around the area. And man, we just have some amazing coaches. I mean, Coach Craig Engelbrecht over at Osage is already in the Hall of Fame. He was 32 years at Eugene, and now he's at Osage, turning that program around. You got another Hall of Famer at California, Coach Conway up there, and they're 17-3 right now.
Wow.
And one of their coaches, Bobby Sangster, he coaches the California girls team, and he's also one of their athletic directors. Also on the Coaches Show in the next couple of weeks, talking about the great stuff going on at California. So that is a really, really fun show. You can see that every day at 10, 2, and 6. Find out what's going on with the local coaches, the local basketball, and stuff like that. I mean, that's what Lake TV is all about, local stuff like that.
You know, another great show, and Chris heads this one up. It's called the Community Spotlight. 9 a.m., 3 p.m., 7 p.m., I guess 7 days a week right here on Lake TV.
Yeah.
But you've got an interesting lineup coming up here shortly. A guy who's been working with me and a guy I've known for a whole lot of years. Used to be a member of the Camden County Sheriff's Department. He works for the Conservation Department. He knows the lake up one side and down the other, the one and only Bill Mulder, who we feature on this program with a new feature that we've put together called On the Trail. And we're learning a lot about Camden County and the lake overall, and we're going to be expanding outside of the area. I mean, we've been to cemeteries, we've been to all kinds of cool places. We've got another feature we're going to be shooting this week for next week's show out there around the Bagnell Dam area.
Yeah.
And, Camden County Museum, what's not to like about the Camden County Museum? There's just so much going on. Plus, and I'll let you kind of talk about these other folks, another couple of gentlemen who I've had the good fortune of being involved with over the years. As a parent who had a son playing Laker football, and as someone who's been doing sideline reports for about 11 years, I've had a good opportunity to get to know these two guys.
Yeah, that's the Shores, right? Bob and Jeff Shore. So we've done a series of community spotlight shows with Bob and Jeff Shore. It's called the Shore Family Football Legacy. So we're coming up on 50 years of Bob and Jeff running the Camdenton football program, because Bob Shore, Dad, came in, took the job in 1975. So it's not quite 50 years, but we're getting close. So he took over the Laker program in 75. They went to the state championship in 77. And they lost that game. I think they lost by 1 point, but the program won because they knew that they could compete, that they could start winning state championships. So we did a series of shows with Jeff and Bob, starting out 50 years ago, and what it was like, how he got the job, and what it was like turning the program around. And we just go through kind of the 50 years, the different eras, when Bob was coaching and Jeff was a little kid. And then when Jeff played for Bob, they won 2 state championships.
Yes, they did.
When Jeff played for Bob in 86 and 87. And then when Jeff, he went off, went to college and coached other places, came back. He turned down head coaching jobs in Springfield to come back to Camden and coach 8th graders.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and so these stories that most people don't know, and they tell us these stories, and then how Jeff took over for Bob and why, and so it's just fascinating. So there were 7 of those shows, 15-minute community spotlight shows that we will show about every month and a half, 2 months over the rest of the year. So you can kind of see the whole legacy of the Shores. And it really is cool. I mean, you know both those guys much better than I do, and they're really great guys.
Well, and of course, Jeff's son, Bo, has played for him, and his son, Barrett, is currently the starting quarterback for the Camdenton Lakers. So there is a legacy.
Yeah.
Don't forget about their mom and Jeff's wife, Stacy, and Jeff's daughter, Sophie. It's really an interesting story to tell, and it's great that we're going to take the time to chronicle that story here on Lake TV.
Yep.
Folks, we're getting close to time to jump out for a quick break. I want to thank you, sir, and on a personal note, I want to say thank you for your guidance since I've been here. It's really meant a lot to me, and I appreciate you kind of keeping me on track with what's going on here and with what we're doing on What's Burnin'. So we'll take a little time. Again, Chris Schneider, thank you, sir.
Anytime.
And we hope that you'll come on back and join us for the rest of What's Burnin' right here on Lake TV.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around 2 things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Hey Jess. Yeah, Nicole, what do you need? Did you see that new listing in Sunrise Beach?
Yeah, it was just listed 2 minutes ago.
It has 150 feet of lakefront.
And a brand new kitchen. I'm headed out there after I type this email. I'm on the phone with my clients. Hey, where are you going?
I already put an offer in, cash above list, and it's looking good.
Are you kidding me?
Gosh.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
KB here along with Tom Abbott from Iron Eagle Tactical, and we've wrapped up everything here in the shop, so we're going to take it to the range.
We are. We're going to head out to Ozarks Outfitters and put some lead down range.
Sounds good. We'll start at the rifle range first and then move on down from there. So come along for the ride, and thanks for joining us here today on Lake TV.
So KB, we transitioned from the gun room out to the range here. It's
Right.
a beautiful day out here at Ozarks Outfitters and their 250-yard rifle range. Thought I'd get started with probably the basic rifle in anybody's arsenal or in anybody's gun safe, or something that kids have shot for centuries, and that's either the Marlin Model 60 or the Ruger 1022. This happens to be the Ruger 1022. And if you've ever shot a gun, you've probably shot one of these at one time. I think it was my first gun. My grandmother had one of these. So these are millions and millions of these 1022s and Marlin Model 60s that have been built over the years. And probably one of the first ones to get your proficiency down. 22 long rifle caliber. You know, it's the cheapest ammunition that you can buy when you can find it. What we want to do here is just show that we can get it on steel. They got steel targets out here at 50 yards, 100 yards, 150 yards. You're going to lose velocity on this 1022 at over 100 yards. So we're just going to play around the 50, 100-yard range today and see what we can come up with.
All right, we'll let you load it up.
Going to load one of these magazines. Always like to leave them sitting around empty while we're talking, just from a safety standpoint. And again, we've got eyes and ears on that we're going to use for this. So, all right, put 5 in the magazine. Going to load it in here. Make sure that we're on safety. Going to clear this, put one in the chamber, and turn our phone off.
That always happens.
Forget to do that sometimes.
Put the ears on.
Yep, put your ears on.
And we can tell you that the range is hot.
Yep, range is hot. All right. See what we can come up with here. Safety's off, range hot. There we go.
There you go.
And that's all 5 of them. This is the gun that started the entire Iron Eagle Tactical business. It's the Ruger SR22 Tactical. Interesting story about this is it was used in Afghanistan in the hunt for bin Laden. Not this particular gun, but that's why it was designed and adapted by special forces, so they could use it inside the caves over there. 22 has a little bit less report, and in the hands of a proper trigger man is just as deadly. So they were able to use this to silently take out a few of the bad guys in the caves in Afghanistan. And Larry, the original owner of Iron Eagle Tactical, had a friend that was in the military here at Fort Leonard Wood, and they got to talking about some things, and they were having problems with their optics and their lasers and infrared designators primarily, because they were working in the caves in the dark. So we have night vision, and the enemy didn't. So we did a lot of operations at night and came up with this particular rail that would hold those optics on there in a much more aggressive manner. And so they didn't loosen up. Riding around in a Humvee, and their lasers and lights and stuff would have a tendency to come loose, get them out of whack. So Larry went down and whittled out some of these barrel-shaped, half round size. So you've got a round bolt that goes through here instead of a round bolt in a square hole. You've got a round bolt in a round hole.
There you go, makes sense.
So it grabs it a lot tighter. So we're just going to play with this one here a little bit.
Another thing that you might notice is people talk about when they come to the gun range that the range is hot. That means someone is in position to fire their weapon. And essentially that means you don't want to be downrange putting up a target. You don't want to be anywhere in front of them. You want to be behind them at all times when the range is hot. And then once they've completed firing whatever it is, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rounds, then they'll let you know that the range is cold and that it's okay. It's important to ask people, other people that are out on the range, and we're fortunate to be here today where there's not a whole lot of people out here, but be cognizant of what other people are doing and pay attention.
Yep, absolutely, and that's where the safety factors come in. You don't necessarily know what everybody else's safety level is and what their education level is when it comes to gun safety. So never do anything in front of the firing line when people are up here. There's other ranges. There's conservation ranges around here. We talked about the one up close to Russellville and Scrivener, and they're around the state that the conservation department maintains. And I go there and shoot sometimes on a late Sunday afternoon. We'll go shoot in the evenings. And it's always nice to follow your own safety protocol and pay attention to what everybody else is doing. And be courteous, you know. You may have to wait a little bit while they're finishing shooting. Everybody kind of looks at everybody, and that's the etiquette part of it. Is like, all right, range is cold. Everybody goes down, changes out their targets, inspects their targets, things like that. So,
absolutely.
The shooting sports aspect of this is there's a lot of camaraderie. There's a lot of people that you can meet, a lot of people that can do things better than you, and you want to learn from them. So just be courteous, have fun. Don't be in any big hurry whenever you're working with firearms. All right, KB, what we're going to do here is play with a few fun guns, I like to call them.
All right.
These are primarily pistol caliber carbines. Carbine rifle, typically short barreled of some sort, easy to handle, great for close quarters combat or just plinking around. Truck guns, a lot of guys like to have these in their truck for defense or whatever. So this is, we're not all about the high-end firearms here all the time. I built some very nice high-end stuff, but I like to play with some of the cheaper stuff too. This is a high point pistol caliber carbine in 9mm. And I like it because of the grip and the stock and all that stuff. Just kind of a more futuristic looking gun here.
I think when somebody sees this that isn't familiar with firearms, this would be something that maybe they would be a little bit more accustomed to initially because it isn't overwhelming,
Right.
The stock and or the barrel or various things about it. It's pretty simple. It's easy to learn. It's easy to understand. It's easy to fire. And that's kind of where you get in on the ground floor.
It is. It's pretty easy to operate. As you said, it takes a single stack magazine. I put 5 rounds in here. We'll insert it in there, put one in the chamber, and it's got iron sights on it, so no optics to worry about. We'll plug it in. I've played with this thing a few times, so it should be pretty accurate. All right, range is hot. Should be the last one. Yep. You want to shoot this one? So it's a little high, so bring it down a little bit. Aim toward the bottom of that red plate.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Same spot. Dink. Let's see what we can come up with here. Charging handle on this thing is in the back.
Right.
Safety is right here, so we want to make sure the red is out. Means it's ready to pull the trigger. I don't have anything in the chamber yet, so I want to put my eyes and my ears on. We want to put one in the chamber, which we did, and now we'll flip it on to where it's hot and see what we can do. Aiming at that 50-yard target again. First shot. Let's see if I can reach out a little bit farther out there. I think that's probably my last one. Yep. Well, KB, we've moved on down the range here a little bit to something that a lot of people are probably familiar with, the AR-15 style, the Armalite rifle. Built by Eugene Stoner back in 1957. It's the original design, made its debut in the Vietnam War in the 60s, and it's been pretty much the stable platform for our military since then. And we've adapted it over for civilian use. You can use it for hunting, you can use it for somewhat for home defense. There's 3 gun series out there where you have to use a shotgun, a pistol, and a rifle. This is the rifle that most people will use for that. This one's in 5.56 caliber, which is the NATO approved military round. 223, which we've talked about before. 223 and 5.56 are very similar.
Yes, they are.
It's like having a Chevy Tahoe and a GMC Denali or something that, you know, I mean, they're very similar, but they are a little bit different.
This is the gun that, or the rifle in this particular instance, that gets all the bad press out there. It's an AR-15. People love to say automatic weapon to kind of give it that mischievous, more of a, I don't know what you want to call it, some sort of a more a type of role that this gun is so bad and so horrible, and it causes so many problems, and people get killed with AR-15s. Well, certainly they do, but in the right hands, with the right amount of education, anyone can fire one of these weapons, like we're going to demonstrate with Tom and Iron Eagle Tactical here today, that all of the assault rifle genre, the assault rifle, whatever you want to call it, is really just a bunch of people that don't understand what these firearms are all about.
That's a media made-up terminology, not to pick on on Lake TV as media, but you know, education is the biggest part of this, and assault rifle is what the media has termed this, but it's really not. I mean, it's not really any different than the 1022 Marlin or the 1022 Ruger and the Marlin Model 60. It's same semi-automatic action.
Right.
That you know, it's one shot, one trigger pull, one shot, and not fully automatic type setup. So what we're going to do today is we're going to just do a couple of short target shots here, and then we'll start expanding it out. This is capable up to 300 or 400 yards. We might stretch it out to 250 today, depending on what the wind's going to do with us, but we just want to have some fun with it. All right, 50 seems like it's on. Going to switch up to the 100-yard target.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement, whether they're still on the journey or already there. At SRG Financial, we have a process, the mile marker formula. that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
Want to get to know local leaders a lot better? Join Lake TV for a new Community Spotlight show weekdays at 9, 3, and 7. We talk with local leaders to get their story and learn more about their organizations. It's the Community Spotlight show on Lake TV.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Hey, welcome back to What's Burnin' here on Lake TV. Last year, I had the opportunity to go out with a Trooper Brian Geyer from the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Water Patrol Division. We went up and down the lake, spent some time talking to some folks, checking some things out. We thought with, winter being here, it was a hot day when we recorded that feature. And with winter being here, maybe it would kind of put you in a more summer-like mood. So here it is, throwing it back to last year when we spent some time on a ride-along with Missouri State Highway Patrol's Water Patrol Division and Trooper Brian Geyer on Lake TV. We appreciate you joining us here on this beautiful day at the Lake of the Ozarks with What's Burnin' on Lake TV. KB here, Trooper Brian Geyer. He's going to take us out for a ride-along on the Lake of the Ozarks. As you can see, got my life jacket on. I don't get on a boat without a life jacket, brother, and so that's just one of my things that I've done ever since I've lived here at the Lake of the Ozarks. We don't know what we're going to see. We don't know what we're going to encounter. But Brian, as far as things go, this is a Friday at the Lake of the Ozarks, so anything in particular you think we might see, or is it just up in the air?
I think you said it best. It's Friday at Lake of the Ozarks, late June. We're gonna see a little bit of everything, more than likely.
Yeah. So again, this type of weather can create kind of very interesting circumstances for people, especially if they've been out doing the partying. What are some of the things that you folks recommend?
If you're going to be out on a day like today, it's almost 100 degrees. The big thing is stay hydrated. Take more water than you think you're going to need. Take food to keep your energy up, and stay out of the sun if you can. Take breaks, get in the water to cool off, but stay hydrated, take care of yourself.
Some other common things maybe to do, need a nice wide-brimmed hat or maybe a little bit of sunscreen.
Exactly. Nice hat, I've got one in there if I need it, but I've got the canopy on the boat as well.
Yeah.
Take everything you need plus a little extra.
Any other things that people need to consider, not just on a hot summer day, but in general when they're out on the lake?
A little bit of everything. Make sure that if you're operating a boat, you're familiar with it.
Right.
If you're born after January 1st, 1984, make sure you've gone through the boater safety class. You do need to have that card with you. And obey the traffic laws. If you don't know them, we have pamphlets available, we have courses available, and you can always call us. If someone has a question about what to do, what not to do, give us a call. A trooper will call you back and kind of explain to you the laws on the lake and what to do.
Sure. Now, I've lived here at the lake over 20 years, and I still kind of get this feeling in the nighttime when the lake, you go from a nice sunny day to the night, and the lake takes on a complete and totally different appearance. I mean, we've heard about it before, people running aground, different things like that. There is a specific nighttime speed limit.
There is. It's 30 miles an hour. That starts 1/2 hour after official sunset.
Okay.
So anything above 30 miles an hour is violating the speed limit. It's also just way too fast. If I'm patrolling at night, it's usually around 20 miles an hour. There's no lights out there, no street lights. Navigation lights are made for boats to see you, not for you to see where you're going. So slow is the key at nighttime.
And I understand LEDs, that's not necessarily considered a navigational light. There are specific lights for navigating at night.
Yeah, the navigational lights are the red and green lights up front, the white light in the back that has to be visible for 360 degrees. Any other lights that are visible are illegal.
I talked to one of your counterparts a while back, and she told me that a couple of things you always want to do, especially if you're going out at night, check your lights ahead of time, and take plenty of fuses with you.
Take fuses, take extra bulbs if it is a bulb light, and not only check them ahead of time, but check them throughout the night.
Right.
If I'm out at nighttime, I'll check them ahead of time and maybe 2 or 3 times during the evening because they will burn out.
Well, Trooper Geyer has his life jacket on. I've got mine on. Our cameraman, Ricky Smith, he's got his life jacket on. Let's hit the water.
Let's do it.
So what's a typical shift for you, Brian? How long do you spend on, say, a given day out on the water?
We generally work 8-hour shifts.
Yeah.
On a holiday weekend, we do 12-hour shifts, and we switch days and nights every 2 weeks. So on those holidays, our shifts overlap. So everyone who works the water is out here at once for those peak hours.
Do you travel in a designated area from, like, say, where you picked us up at the 7 down to the dam and back? Or?
Yeah, I keep my boat at the 5 of the Gravois. Okay. So when I'm working and there's a bunch of us on, I'm generally in the Gravois arm, maybe the dam to the 10 or so.
Right.
But if we're busy and there's a call further upstream, then I'm going further upstream.
You got to go where you got to go.
Yeah. And then on the slower days where there's just a few of us on, pretty much go wherever I want.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
So we've been enjoying a ride along this afternoon with Trooper Brian Geyer from the Missouri State Highway Patrol's Water Patrol Division, and we've stopped a couple of folks, and as a precautionary measure, you just ask them if they've been drinking, and you can pretty much tell. Nobody got in trouble, but I guess that's really something that, a lot of people get out here, man, and you forget where you're at, you forget what you're doing. Yeah, you like to have a few cold ones once in a while, but man, you got to stay responsible and stay on top of things.
Yeah, that's right. Alcohol impairment is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, factors in crashes we work, as well as drownings. That and life jackets are the 2 big things. So having a sober operator is a must. Of course, if you're legal age and you want to drink, that's fine. But if you're going to be around the water, wear a life jacket. Be around other people. So if you do end up needing help, it's there. But we do have those instances every year where somebody falls in the water after drinking and unfortunately drowned.
Another big issue is being behind the boat and the props on the motors.
Exactly.
And I tell you what, we hear about those incidents every year.
Yeah.
People are severely injured and even killed because people are too close to the back of the boat. The operator starts the boat, and then
it is. It's a bad deal.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do if you end up in a propeller. It's going to pull you in and not just catch you once, but work its way up or down your body. So very bad cuts. People usually don't survive them. So stay away from the back of the boat while underway, and the operator needs to be mindful of if their boat is in gear or running.
Now, as far as being out on the water and debris, is debris a little bit more prevalent this time of year than maybe July, August? Or, we get a big rain once in a while and debris ends up in the lake. You got to watch for that stuff too?
I think it has more to do with the rain and the weather.
Right.
But debris, it's out there, and it's usually just below the surface, so you can't even see it.
Yeah.
So keeping a proper lookout certainly helps with that.
I'll tell you what, man, this has been a fascinating day out here on the water. We sure enjoy the opportunity to ride along with you.
Fun.
And I got to tell you, folks, when you see one of these folks out on the water and they're approaching your boat or something, normally it's something very simple. If it's going to be something complicated, they'll probably tell you pretty much up front. But everybody we dealt with today, if it was little kids, if it was adults, if it was just something simple, kids got T-shirts, which was really cool, and that's something that the Water Patrol is all about. They see the kids wearing the life jackets, then the kids get the T-shirts. But just some friendly, free advice. Nobody got any tickets. Nobody got any trouble.
All warnings, no tickets. That's how we like it. Everyone was being safe, and we made them a little bit safer. It was a good day.
Yes, it was. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Thank you.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Most people don't know which direction they're heading when it comes to retirement, whether they're still on the journey or already there. At SRG Financial, we have a process, the mile marker formula, that helps you pursue your work optional lifestyle so you can focus on what's most important to you, like your family or checking off those bucket list items. Start taking the first step toward finding your work optional lifestyle. Call us today at 573-302-7212.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Moving to the lake is a lot of work, but not with Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you. For packing up and delivering to your new home or simply loading and transferring your belongings, Sunrise Movers is the easy choice for your next move. Sunrise Movers packs your possessions extra carefully, shows up on time, and strives for 5-star customer service every time. Sunrise Movers, the official movers of Lake TV. Give us a call today to get a free estimate. Sunrise Movers, where we do the hard work for you.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Hey, it's a beautiful day at the Lake of the Ozarks in the month of January, and you might have seen that flash go by. Maybe there he goes again. I'm a little bit more concerned about Megan working the camera at this point, but no, we're here at Ozarks Cat and Canine, KB's Furry Friends on What's Burning on Lake TV, and today we've got a dog that's got all I can say is a lot of energy. So whomever wants to adopt this dog, you better have some track shoes and a few other things. This is Handsome. Let's talk a little bit about Handsome, Mary.
Okay. So Handsome is a pit mix. We think he's probably about 2 years old. When he came into us, we had been seeing posts on Facebook for a couple of days of people who had seen him, had talked about what rough shape he was in, and they were concerned. They were trying to get to him, and nobody had been able to catch him. And the morning that he came in, we got a phone call. We got several phone calls, actually. People saying that there was a black and white dog running back and forth across the highway between Pappy's and the post office in Sunrise. And so one of our employees went down with some treats and was able to get him and bring him in to us. He was in really rough shape. He was covered in cuts and sores. So we don't know if possibly he may have been used as a bait dog in the past or something like that, or else he's been on his own for a while and getting in fights and living out on the streets and, just ended up in rough shape.
Well, like I said, he's got a lot of energy, a whole lot of energy. And it kind of brings up an interesting point. I'm sure you get people all the time that call the shelter and say, listen, we found a dog, or we see a dog that's out running around. What kind of advice do you give to those people? Should they try and catch it and bring it in? Or?
It just depends on the situation and, whether they are physically capable to. If they live in Camden County, we usually suggest that they call animal control, so they can go out and check it out. It depends on whether or not we have room here to consider, sending somebody out to try to catch it and test it and see how they do. It's just kind of on a case-by-case basis.
And then there's a whole process when these animals come in that you put them through before they're even ever put up for adoption.
Right. So the first thing we generally do with a stray that comes in, or even somebody who's bringing in an owner's surrender, if they have a dog that is over 6 months old, we have an assessment process we use to make sure that we can intake it and that we can handle them. And one of the things we're testing for at that time is to see if they are aggressive in any way, and primarily dog aggressive. And if they are, we can't take them in because we don't have the staffing and the training here to handle that.
Are there any options for people?
There are. We have a resource list that we'll give people, with other places they can try to contact for help. And then, animal control if they can help. We will help them in whatever way we can. If they need food to feed them, if the animal needs vet care, we will. There's us and some other organizations in the area that can help with that. And then we'll post the animals on Facebook for them to help get the word out. If the animal has a home, hopefully we can make that connection.
Sure.
So with Handsome, we do have a few requirements on him that we don't always have with other, with every dog that we have. Because he is very big and bulky, he is going to need somebody who is experienced with bully breeds, with large dogs, and going to be able to handle him. And because he was found running and was hard to catch, we will be requiring somebody to have a fenced-in yard for him.
Makes all the sense in the world. And when he ran by, I don't know, it kind of sounded like a horse galloping by. This is a fairly big dog, I guess, in terms of his kind of girth. I mean, he's not like a real
he's
tall
very
dog.
muscular.
He's very. So, this is probably a dog for grandma and grandpa, or even little kids. This is, like Mary said, this is an animal that requires some serious attention, and certainly if you're going to put him out someplace, or even if you're going to take him out in public. I mean, good Lord, how you doing there, buddy?
He seems to crave human attention. He seems to be very smart. So if we can find an adopter for him who is experienced, we think he would probably be pretty easily trained because he has that motivation, to want to please people.
Well, he couldn't have picked a better time to come over because we're just about ready to wrap this up. Anything else we need to tell folks? You folks are doing any particular programs, or, bring your dog by to get it microchipped, or?
So we do have the voucher program for chips and vaccinations, that they can get that done for low cost, and they would come to the shelter to pay for the voucher for their dogs or cats. We can do rabies, we can do the yearly core shot for canine or feline, and microchipping is all $15 a piece.
Awesome.
And then they have 30 days to use that voucher, make their appointment at Lake Dog and Cat and Lori to get that done. We have the food pantry when people need help, and we do have a low-cost spay and neuter program.
Megan and I kind of watch out for each other. If she sees something behind me or I see something behind her, we try to let the other one know. This is Mary Meow Me Tilly, and thanks to Mary and the great staff here at Ozarks Cat and Canine. Come on by and see this big lug. He needs a home, and he needs somebody who can take good care of him. So come on by and check him out. It's handsome as part of KB's Furry Friends, presented by our veterinary at the lake, right here on What's Burnin' on Lake TV.
At SRG Financial, we reduce the uncertainty on your journey to financial independence. Our foundational approach revolves around two things: what matters most to our clients and the things that we can control. The things that matter most often revolve around family, occupation, and recreation. The things we can control are a panoramic approach to financial planning, a strategy that stays fluid and dynamic like your life, and a proprietary process, the mile marker formula. If you want to reduce the uncertainty on your journey, contact us today.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offers routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. With multiple convenient locations, our veterinary is the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
It's our most protective wash yet. Introducing the Quick Car Ceramic Wash. It's an industrial-grade polymer solution with ceramic nanotechnology, resulting in high-end, advanced scientific protection of your vehicle's finish. The Quick Car Ceramic Wash. Try it on its own or with the monthly Unlimited Wash Club today. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional every time. In Jefferson City and Osage Beach.
You want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock, now celebrating 33 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 33 years.
For 55 years, Bryant Auction has been a trusted and reliable auction company that cares about their clients. Whether it's real estate, guns, or an estate sale, Bryant Auction in Osage Beach gets results. Call 573-346-4777 or go to BryantAuction.com with auctions every Thursday at 5.
I'm always here, and don't tell my wife, but I have more fun here than I do at home.
Bryant Auction. Consider it sold!
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us right here on What's Burnin' on Lake TV. We'll see you again next Thursday with a brand new show, 7 a.m., 5 p.m., 11 p.m., 7 days a week. Thanks to all our great sponsors, SRG Financial Advisors, Ozark Barge and Dock, Budget Blinds, Bryant Auction, and our veterinary at the lake. Back with Bill Mulder next week. We'll be on the trail, and Professor Jim Paisley is going to stop by for a history lesson right here on What's Burnin' on Lake TV. See ya!